against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Jackson now. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades. A 63-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. The 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
One more time with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Come on now. Let's do this.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Not much there, only a yard. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one...
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this one too low.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's a 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Herbert back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And Jackson throwing once more. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we've reached halftime here with a visiting Steeler. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
From his own end zone, Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 99 yards. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now here's a throw that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. On second down at 4, Herbert. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Herbert on first down now. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Ravens, they claw one back. The extra point splits the uprights. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now out come the Steelers. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he brings Throws this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Here's Herbert. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Isaiah Simmons in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Ravens on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Isaiah Simmons. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The Ravens send their punter out now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taking it about the 16. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached a point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
On first down, it's Herbert. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Isaiah Simmons. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... You know, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jack Rush coming, and he's taken down. Isaiah Simmons in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Jackson is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Fighting him off. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Operating from the gun. Jackson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Herbert now. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 49, guys.
One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.